want to show you a few tips, a few do's and don'ts when you're demonstrating Gator SpeedLoad head. Just some things to help you be more comfortable while you're showing it and talking about it. I typically always use 24-250 or any of the smaller heads, doesn't matter which number it is, but I'll use it just because it's easier to stand here and hold, and I can stand here all day long and open and close it while I'm talking and not have to think about it. The bigger head's not a problem to open, but I do have to think about it a little bit more so I can stand here and talk about it otherwise. So when you're doing it, make sure you're familiar with opening and closing it. It is easy to do. Just get used to doing it. Doing it over and over and over will make you more comfortable and confident. One of the real miscues I see a lot is people will open it and talk about how easy the line is to replace, how easy it is to do, and then they go to take the disc off, and the disc is really difficult to pull off, and they get a screwdriver or they do something to pry it off. The splines on this are tapered, so the line is actually pressed on, and once it's been on for any time at all, it's really wedged on tight. But the thing to remember is you never replace a full disc, you only replace it when you've used the line up on the disc. So what I will typically do is just grab a hold of the ends of the line and pull this and show that the line, that's how it comes up. And that was on purpose. I do that to show you when I drop the line, I don't lose anything. The head, the spring is all self-contained. It's locked into the place. It can't come out. The eyelets can't come off. They are permanent into the head. They're rolling eyelets, so they will move, but they will not come off of the head. One of the other real beauties is that you can carry these discs around in your pocket. You don't carry a wad of line in your pocket. So I carry these around when I'm working a trade show or doing a demonstration, so that I always have them in hand. And then I just take the new line, I advance it out slightly, drop it into place, and you do not have to push this all the way on. You don't have to stand there and push, because as I said, it's tapered on, so it will lock tight once you push it in. All you have to do is just slightly in place, put the lines to the eyelets, and then snap it together. So if you just do that and become careful with it, drop it on purpose, and people will see they can't lose pieces out of it. The most you'll have is 3 pieces. If there's a disc, the disc will come out, but the eyelets can't be lost, the spring can't be lost, and the other 2 big pieces are pretty large, so they're there. Just become comfortable with it, work with it over and over, and it's very simple to do. I showed on 24-250 and on all of the Gator SpeedLoad heads, if you drop them on the ground, you're not going to lose pieces, and people will drop them into the grass, and then they're crawling around looking for those loose pieces and may not be able to find it. The OEM heads are not self-contained, and so if I have a steel head here, if I drop it, I've got pieces, and I had 3 on this. Typically, I will also lose the spring because it's not fixed and it can come out pretty easily. And then the eyelets as well. On this one, they didn't come flying out, but the eyelets also will come out of it, or can come out of it. So another beauty of Gator SpeedLoad, if you drop it, you're not going to have to worry about losing some of the small pieces. Where on competitive heads, you will have lots of pieces coming loose, or potentially can. I want to show the line length comparisons on Gator SpeedLoad versus the OEM brands. When you look at, this is out of a steel FS90 head, the 25-2 line. There's approximately 21 to 22 feet of line in that head. When you're holding in your hand, it looks like a lot. This is 2 separate strands of line, the way that they wind individually, and each one of them is between 10 and 11 feet. Gator SpeedLoad looks like a lot less because it's very compact. It's a tongue and groove, so it snaps onto itself. But if you take it and unwind it, there is a total of 21 feet of line on Gator SpeedLoad head in comparison. So it's very comparable. I showed the steel head. If you're looking at Speed Feed by Echo Shindawa, they say that they hold 20 feet in their literature, and we're just slightly longer than that. It doesn't look always like there's as much line there, but as soon as you unravel it, there is as much line there between the two, so they're very comparable in the amount of line in the head.